I'm going to make a grasshopper using real, live grasshoppers. Okay, that's a lie, but I am going to make it in a way that I had never seen before watching one of my new favorite anime, Bartender. And that's Pousse-Café style. If you're not familiar with Pousse-Café, it's a way of making a cocktail where you layer each of the ingredients on top of each other rather than mixing everything together, and it likely traces its origins back to France. And while this looks fantastic, I have some issues with the Pousse-Café. So today, I'm going to make a grasshopper Pousse-Café style and shaken and see if I can get to the bottom of which one is the superior bug. And if you learn anything from my little experiment, please like and subscribe. It really helps me out. And also, if you want to see me make more drinks from Bartender, or you're just a weeb like me, check out the Bartender playlist down in the description. Now, on to the history. The grasshopper was created sometime in the 1910s by a man with a great name, Philibert Guichet. He came up with it while in New York for a cocktail competition, where it won. Second place. Really makes you wonder what won first, but unfortunately there's no record of that. Philibert brought his creation back to what's truly considered its birthplace, Tujagues, in New Orleans, where to this day, they're still making hundreds of them. And at this point, the grasshopper has had more variations than you could ever hope to count, including Pousse-Café style. So with that, let's go ahead and make our Grasshopper Pousse-Café while I tell you some of the pros and the cons of the style. A Pousse-Café looks amazing and is a great way to prove that you have steady hands. And I do mean you, because I don't. But it has some definite downsides. To state the obvious, you really only get one ingredient at a time. Now this will mix a little bit as you sip through the layers, which creates some interesting evolution, but you never get the full experience. Another issue is that no mixing means no chilling or dilution, which means the rough edges of whatever you're drinking are on full display. This part makes sense if you look at it in the historical context. The Pousse-Café was popular in the mid-1800s when ice and refrigeration weren't very available, so pretty much all drinks were served room temperature. So the goal here is to pour each layer as gently as possible, which typically means slowly over the back of a spoon against the side of a glass. With that out of the way, I will much more quickly make the shaken version of this drink. One of the best things about the grasshopper is that it's an equal parts cocktail, so I will never forget how to make it. Also, the great thing about shaking this cocktail is that the fat in the cream is great at holding on to the aeration that we add through shaking. This creates a wonderful, silky, smooth texture. So, now let's taste these two. I think I'm going to start with the Pousse-Café and ruin all of my hard work. Well, wasn't that just a mouthful of heavy cream? Let me see if I can get beyond that to the actual creme de menthe. Okay, for the first time, I got all of those ingredients together, and you can tell that they are separate. They're not very melded, they're not harmonizing beautifully in my mouth. I'm gonna try this again. I'm gonna swoosh it all around and see if maybe it'll taste more like a grasshopper as I typically understand it. Kind of. God, that's gotta be horrible for my teeth. I should not do that. And at this point, I'm just drinking crème de cacao, which, I mean, don't get me wrong, is good, but I'm basically just sipping a neat liqueur, which is maybe who this is for. If you just like a neat pour of some liqueur, this is a way to kind of spice that up and give it some change, you know? For me, I think I'm going to like our mixed version better, so let's try this. Oh, I can see it. It's so foamy. This is gonna be good. Yeah, that is so much better. Everything is melding together. This actually tastes like melted mint chocolate chip ice cream, which is the best flavor, and I'm not taking other opinions. And it feels so much thicker. It's got so much more body from all the aeration that we added in the shaking. It's a solid drink. I mean, it's simple. It's not winning any awards for complexity, you know, it's not gonna blow your mind, but if you wanna taste melted mint chocolate chip ice cream, this is a great drink. And now that I've tasted it both ways, absolutely shake this. There's no reason to do Pousse-Café unless you're just trying to show off to your friends or something. Let me me know down in the comments if you're interested in trying either version, especially if you layer it up Pousse-Café style. But with that, I will let you go, and I'll see you next time. Bye-bye.